Golden Bachelor Gerry and Theresa demanded separation at the finale. This is something they were strict about. It seems that they were not going to attend if this did not happen. However, they had some other rules that had to happen. Otherwise, they were not going to attend either. The two are not on good terms whatsoever. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Gerry Turner and Theresa Nist on bad terms. Gerry Turner and Theresa Nist were once married. They met on The Golden Bachelor. However, they did not end on good terms. The two got married on television and fans loved the pairing. However, after 3 months, they revealed that they were splitting. Fans were in a deep shock over this as they had not been married long at all. Since their split, they have both come out and said nasty things about one another. However, Gerry had a lot to say in his new memoir. Theresa was shocked to hear some of the things he had to say and claims they aren't true. They demand separation at the Golden Bachelor finale. It was revealed by a source. Theresa and Gerry were both invited to attend last night, and they agreed to it under the terms that they wouldn't be seated near each other. They also did not want to be shown on camera together or forced to speak to each other at all. The teams on set coordinated to make sure they were separated the whole time. It was really awkward and tense at first when they both walked in, but eventually that faded and it went smooth. Fans are not too shocked that this happened. However, they did not want to be near each other at all. It seems as though Gerry and Theresa did not want to sit next to each other at all. They also did not want to be forced to speak to each other. The two of them made it clear that they would not attend if this happened. Gerry Turner was sitting next to his fiancée. However, Theresa was having a good time at the finale. They just did not want to spend it together. What do you think about this situation? Were you shocked by this? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts on this situation. The studio lights blazed hotter than ever as the live audience leaned forward, breathless. It was supposed to be a celebration, a dazzling finale filled with golden roses, heartfelt toasts, and the promise of forever. But behind the shimmering curtain, tension pulsed like a quiet storm. Gerry Turner and Theresa Nist stood center stage, hand in hand, but their smiles didn't match the sparkle of the chandeliers above. Even host Jesse Palmer sensed something was off. "Gerry, Theresa," he said gently. "America is waiting." Gerry inhaled slowly, his eyes misty but steady. "This journey has been beautiful," he began, voice trembling, "but sometimes love changes shape." A stunned murmur rippled across the studio. Theresa squeezed his hand once before stepping forward herself. She said, "We came here to find companionship, joy, and a second chance. And we did. But life after the cameras, it showed us that we're on different paths now." Gerry nodded. "We realized we weren't growing toward each other anymore. We were growing apart." Jesse blinked, stunned. "Are you saying?" Theresa took a breath and answered without hesitation. "Yes. Tonight, together, we're choosing a separation." Gasps. A woman in the front row clutched her chest. Someone whispered, "No way!" But Gerry raised his hand with a warm, calming smile. "Please don't feel sad for us. We got exactly what we needed from this journey: healing, friendship, understanding, and the courage to say goodbye with grace, not heartbreak." Theresa leaned her head briefly on his shoulder, a sweet, bittersweet gesture. She said, "We're not ending a love story. We're simply turning the page." And slowly, the audience began to clap. Not out of shock, but respect. As the cameras panned out, Gerry and Theresa stepped off the stage hand in hand one last time, not as soulmates, but as two people brave enough to choose honesty over expectation. And that, perhaps, was the most golden ending of all.